If you're wondering if you should be playing Destiny 2 in 2020 today, I got your answer. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and today I'm here with a new player's review. I'm new to this game, and I'm giving you my reasons why you should or why you should not be playing Destiny 2 today. But first, before we get into any of that, guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for action videos, Diablo videos, Destiny 2 videos, and whatever else I am just kind of into at the moment. This channel was specifically made for Diablo Immortal. That game is not yet out, so in the meantime, we're doing some other stuff and seeing if anything can catch, if we can get into and fall in love with something else. So in this video today, I'm going to be giving you 7 different elements of this game, breaking it down and showing you guys why I like it or why I don't like it. Now, a little bit of history about me and why I'm really into the whole Destiny thing. I was a big gamer as a kid, Sega Genesis days. Then I got out of gaming, got into sports, got into girls, and then I kind of just, fell off of the whole gaming thing. But when Gears of War 1 came out, I fell back in love with gaming and have been ever since. Gears of War on Xbox, turned into Halo on Xbox, turned into Call of Duty on Xbox. So I guess you could say, guys, that I have a huge love for Bungie and the games that they create. Now, with that being said, I never played Destiny 1. I don't know why I never got into it. I was probably into something else at the time, but I never played Destiny 1. And recently I saw all this controversy about Destiny 2 loot boxes and why it was so horrible. So Bungie put Destiny on Steam for free to play, right? So a lot of times you think of a free-to-play game and you're like, well, that can't be that great. Well, today I'm going to tell you why it is. I downloaded the game and instantly felt at home, back just like I was when I was playing the Halo games. There are a lot of similarities in the game. You could tell that it's the same development company making it, even though the team has probably changed so much. It just had the feel that I loved back in the day when I was playing a game like Halo 3. So like I said, we have 7 different elements of this game that we're going to be breaking down right here and right now. Now, if you want more content like this, if you want more Destiny 2 content, you got to go ahead and give this a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. You guys and your interactions with these videos is going to determine whether I make a lot more or not a lot more. So, first of all, why don't we get into number 1, and that is graphics. And as you guys could see, if you've never played this game before, free to play on Steam, that does not mean that this game is not unbelievable looking. The graphics in this game are some of the best that I have ever experienced in gaming. You feel completely immersed in these realms that you're inside of. I mean, in one realm, out another, dark realms, light realms, beautiful realms. Everything just looks great. The graphics on the screen don't even give it justice. I should have recorded this thing in 4K now that I'm thinking about it, but it really is an amazing looking game. The detail on all the enemies that you have to battle, on the environments, are just, nothing was spared. The game is an A+, and I'm not really giving scores, but it really is beautiful on the graphics, and there's nothing more you could ask for. So if you're looking for a good-looking game, well, Destiny 2 has got you covered right there. The game looks amazing, so we should move into something else, right? Let's talk about gameplay. Like I said, I was big into the Halo games back in the day, so I like that type of gameplay. When I got into Destiny 2, I instantly fell in love with the gameplay. Not only what you have to do in the game, fighting off hordes of enemies that are ongoing and fighting in dungeons and things like that, the actual gameplay itself, the battles that you're immersed in, the weapons, the feel of the weapons in your hands, or at least the controller, or in my case, the keyboard, it all just felt really good. The gameplay here is top-notch. You don't have any glitches. Everything works beautifully. Everything is just fine-tuned the way that a game should be coming out of Bungie. I mean, we should be expecting the best when we're talking about Bungie. So, if you're wondering if you should be playing this game in 2020, the game's been out a little bit. Should you play it in 2020? Is the gameplay good enough? Well, we already know that the graphics are great, and the gameplay is going to follow right behind because it's amazing. I feel like we are going down a very similar path right now as we talk about the sounds of the game. The music you have, which is, if you remember Halo music, it's some of the most epic music ever in gaming, in my opinion. But the music in here is fantastic. The gun and weapon sounds are just satisfying. And the enemies, the voiceovers that they use for the enemies and the sounds that these alien creatures are making is unbelievable. And the battles themselves, you just feel like you're in a theater being surrounded by a Bose system. It just sounds amazing. Now, I do have some Bose speakers, so maybe that's why. And I also have some headsets, which are great as well. If you're playing this game, I suggest you put on a nice headset if you have a gaming headset to really feel the immersion that the game has to offer. The sounds are right on par with the graphics and the gameplay. So far, everything about this game is a must play for me. The fourth thing we're looking at today is action. How's the action in the game? Is there a lot of downtime? I know a lot of people like playing games that are kind of slow. You roam around, you look for stuff, you talk to people, you get stuff done, you finally get a battle, and then you get back and searching for more stuff. Well, this game is not like that. This game is almost non-stop action, very little downtime, which I really enjoy. I don't really want to be, I'm not the gamer who wants to be walking around and talking to people, finding out what I need to do next. I want to have that stuff all happen because I like that, but I want it to happen as the battling is going on. Very quick interactions with some AI and then into a battle. Just try and grab my objective and then get right into the battles. And you can spend as much time in this game in the HUD as you want to. You have your little space station you can go back to, and you can spend all day there if you want. Although there's no battles there, it's just management and picking up stuff. Or you can go right on into these things and you could play and just have some fun. So the action inside of the game is insane. And not only is there the campaign that we can go through, where there are also dungeons that you could do, there are events that you could do, and there's PvP where you could play against other players. So the game offers every single element of gaming in a shooter that you could want. And yes, we're looking at a first-person shooter. Of course, it's the best way to go, in my opinion. Number 5 is the controls, and here's a little story about the controls. I hadn't played Destiny 2 for about 2 weeks. I've been playing a little bit of Diablo 3, I've been playing some mobile stuff, so I had not been using the WASD on the keyboard and the mouse for controls. And just last night when I was recording this footage, I was with my buddy Scrappy Academy. He's Captain Nemo in this thing right here. And I said, Nemo, I forget the controls, man. Well, as soon as we got into the battle, I had it. It just all was natural. I knew exactly what to do. I knew how to run, jump, move, shoot, swap weapons, reload, do everything right away. And it's because this game doesn't try and do things so differently that it takes so much to figure out. And some games like that are cool, you know? They completely redevelop a control scheme so that you have to learn that control scheme for that game. But that's some investment. This uses a control scheme that you're already used to playing from other first-person shooters. Obviously, you can remap stuff to make it more comfortable for you. Or you could put more things on your mouse if you want to, if you have one of those gaming mice. But it really is a natural feeling control system. And not only that, everything just feels good. Like I said a little bit earlier, the weapons feel amazing, the action feels amazing, and the controls are seamless. You never feel like you're just... Honestly, when you're playing the game, you feel like a pro gamer because everything just goes into each other and is so smooth, so flawless. The controls are perfect. So that's the technical stuff about the games, I guess, in a light way. But let's talk about fun. Is this game fun? When you're playing the game, do you enjoy playing the game? Do you play for a little bit and then decide you don't really want to play anymore? Well, for me, guys, this game is unbelievably fun. I don't want to stop when I begin. When I begin gaming, time goes by so quickly, you just feel like you've been sitting there for 20 minutes, but it's been 2 hours. That's the kind of game you want to play. You don't want to play a game that's a drag. You don't want to play a game that's so much of a grind that you can't enjoy. But with that being said, this is a grind. There are events that you could do to unlock gear, to unlock weapons, to level up. There are definitely grinding elements to this game. I mean, it's a looter shooter, which means you shoot stuff to get loot. The more loot you have, the stronger you are, the better things go, and then just own in the game. But Bungie put it together well because they make it fun when we're playing this game, guys. It's not just play to get stuff. It's play, enjoy, dominate, and have a great time and get stuff. So it really is 100% fun on the fun tip. If that even makes any sense to you, I'm not sure, but I guess the idea is here. The game is fun. And the last point we're going to touch on today, number 7, is longevity. A lot of games, they have a campaign, but then that's it. So when you play the game for 10, 15, 20 hours, you beat the campaign. There's no multiplayer. There's no updates happening. Those games are great for the campaign, and then they suck. But this game has it all, and I mentioned that a little bit earlier. We have our campaign, which can take you hours and hours into the game, getting used to it, upgrading stuff, unlocking stuff. The campaign is unbelievable. But then you also have the dungeons and the events that you could take part in, and that's where you get some of the longevity of the game. Out of those types of events. And then if you're not in the mood to do the looter shooter kind of stuff and you just want to go battle it out with your team against another team, you have PvP in here as well. So that is what makes this game amazing. Games that don't have PvP, that do have PvE, player versus environment, and campaign, well, they struggle because they're missing that third element. Games that are only multiplayer, well, they struggle because they're missing some of the other elements. Games that just are a campaign, but they don't have any type of interactive element to it, well, they're missing something from the game. So a game that has all three, that hits on all three of these, is a winner in my opinion, and Destiny 2 is just that. They have all three elements. If you're in the mood to just sit back and chill by yourself and play some campaign, you got that right here. If you want to be on your top of your competitive scene, you want to see how you stack up to the competition in the gaming world, PvP, it's your time. If you want to sit back with a bunch of your boys or girls and hang out and play together, doing some dungeons, raiding some big bosses and gaining loot, PvE is just for you. This game has it all, which means longevity is perfect. It's a perfect recipe to have a game that could last for 5, 10, 15, 100, no, not really, but like 5, 10 years. Think about other franchises. Blizzard one, for example. They have all of these elements. They have really great games that are supported over time. If a game is supported, Bungie's been throwing the support, the game can last. Longevity is beautiful. So basically, after talking about all 7 elements, all 7 attributes of this game that we were discussing here today, I think at the end of the day, we could say that this game is definitely 100% a game that you should go download today. Go on over to Steam and download the game. It's free. I've spent $0. Now, of course, there are things you could buy in the game. You could buy weapons, you could buy a whole bunch of stuff, but you don't have to. You could totally get into this game, spend no money, and have a great time with your friends. You also could spend money and start to dominate a little more, or look a little bit cooler. So that's completely up to you on how you want to play the game, but why not try it? It's free. And then maybe we could even play together, which would be pretty cool. Echo Gaming inside of the game. But that's it, guys. I love the game. Now, like I said, we're going to be doing more Diablo stuff from Blizzard on this channel as well. But let me know if you want to see more from Destiny 2 as well, because, to be honest, guys, I kind of want to bring you a little bit of love to Space Station Gaming right now, because they are the organization in which I am part of, which is pretty darn sweet. But for now, guys, we're getting out of here. I hope this video was helpful to you new players thinking about this game in 2020, because for me, I'm myself a new player in 2020. Actually, I started in 2019, I think. Either way, I've got 5 to 8 hours into the game, and that's it. More in-depth guides coming really soon. Hope you guys are here for them. Make sure you sub and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of it. But we're out of here for today. Thank you so much for coming through, and I'll see you back here later on today with another video, maybe on my other channel or here. Either way, check out this video over here before you go. Later, guys, and be good.